Hi guys, welcome to the flight today as we are in the PMDG 737-800 with the KLM Airlines today, as we're going to be doing a flight from Nantes to Brussels. So we've got a little bit of wind as we depart. It's lovely to be back and flying with you guys. So I hope you guys do enjoy the flight today, as we're going to be using the 800 series. Soon enough we should have a tablet in for the 800, which should be very nice, so we can do all of our procedures through that. So we're going to get in, we're going to depart out and arrive for 07 left. We're going to do the EBBR approach into Brussels. Winds are variable, so it should be a enjoyable but not too rocky arrival for the passengers today. So don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell button, as we are back now with flights regularly on the channel, and I'll see you inside when we start the aircraft up ready to leave. So here we are in the 737-800 series, just checking that we've got the parking brake on, which we have. So we go overhead, we get the battery on and guarded, standby power is guarded, and ground power is on. We get the one pump in for the APU, as we are going to get ready to leave very quickly. Get the IRSs along to nav, which are checked. Emergency exit lights are armed, seatbelt signs and chimes, which can also go on, which are set. Window heats 1, 2, 3 and 4. Voice recorder can go on. Max auto. Isolation valves are open. APU bleed can go open now for the time being. Checking in on our flight route today. We're up for a flight level of 320. On the charts for the VMR approach, elevation is 120, so we'll leave that at 100 feet, which is fine there. We see the EGT starting to increase for the APU as we ride in. We'll be hitting 2,000 feet, 8.8 from the Bravo uniform Bravo. Then we made that 3-degree glide path descent down into runway 074, lovely Brussels. So, I hope you guys have had a lovely time whilst I've been away, and we can get the aircraft ready and set to go. So, for the initial Lima Foxtrot Romeo Sierra, which is going to be for Nantes, get that in for the left GPS, which is in, punch that through, go for Echo Bravo Bravo Romeo. On for the departure route, we've got a solid departure of 03, and we're going to be leaving on the Angie for November, okay, which is right here. In for the flight plan as we depart. Just get that up now. So for the flight plan as we leave, I'm just going to get that all up. Okay, so we're going to go from Ange to Uniform Lima 976. Okay, that's going to take us down to Abatu, the Uniform November 873. Then from there we go to the Uniform Zulu 173. That's going to take us to Arrol, or Arval. Okay, from Arval we hit the arrival as we're coming for the Arval 7 Alpha. Coming in for the VOR DME for 07 left, and we transition for Kirky. So activate that in, go in for the perf request. As we come in, we'll check the trans, which is 4005, okay, which is in, and we'll get the cruise winds etc. for the departure. So average winds is 075 at 25. And once we get up onto the top of climb for 320, 063 at 24. Okay, 63 at 24. Okay, knock that in, knock that through, that's fine. On for the M1 limit, takeoff 2, climb 1. It's going to be a flaps 5 departure, 141, a 141 and a 147. So bug 147 in on the speed. It's going to be a plus 20, which will bug up on the white dot on the speed tape for departure. Okay, we'll leave it now. We're going to be going up for 320 once we leave, so no initial right now. 4005, we switch over the QNH to 1013. Okay, so there's 320, which is all in and checked. Flight directors are both on and set. Switch over the gens 1 and 2, go over to the APU gen. Get the electrics and your damper, which are all on. APU bleed, which is on as well. Probes will come on after we get ready to leave. All fuel pumps, which I'm just going to check. Nothing in the center tanks, which is fine as well. Center of gravity today is 4.78, which we'll check after the engines are run. And with the reduction, we're going to put on for 800 feet. Acceleration reduction is going to be at 800, and 1500, which was set, is going to be in. Okay, so that's got the cutback in. There's a cutback. We'll restore back at 300. So we've got that all set there. Put 800 in for the reduction, and that's us all set and ready to go pretty much. So I'm just going to get the panel light set for the FMC, and then we will be ready to leave. By the sounds of it, sounds like the passengers are already boarded. So let's just make sure. Okay, boarding is complete. Operate the jetways. That should send the jetways away. If it doesn't, then we'll get them all set as we leave. They're going to move now. QNHs and wind report when we leave out. So the winds are 05012. Cloud visibility is okay. 1017 out on the QNH, which is checked. Okay, traffic can come in. TA, which is on, and we are ready to go. So I'm going to just go into the FMC, remove the chocks, so we can get everything all done. Ground power can be released. If the chocks are on, chocks can be released as well. So that's us all ready to go. Once we leave out 540, and then we're going to be a continuous climb out up to flight level 320. So we're going to call now and get ready for pushback. Okay, prepare for pushback and departure.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, ready for pushback. Yeah, coming at 03, we're going to have the nose facing to the left.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pas inserted.
Okay, we're all ready to leave out. We're going to be departing now onto the 028. Okay, 28, which is in and checked. Aircraft's clear. Okay, PATs can be turned off now. Isolation valve is open. Engine bleeds can be turned off for now. As we run the APU bleed.
Locking gear.
Okay, locking the gear. So we can have a look at the pushback. Okay, so we want nose to the left and tail to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, parking brake released.
Starting push. All engines clear. Start
Okay.
at wheel.
Okay, number 2 can go up now. Okay, 29% off of 25, number 1 can start up. Okay, EGT now increasing for engine number 1. 96% starter cutout should go back, which is checked. Go for engine number 2.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay, good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Okay, 25%. Number 2 coming in. So, I don't know why it keeps dropping the wheel down like that. Maybe it's just a bug. Any collision lights can go on, which are checked. Engine number 2 now coming to life. VGT now slowly increasing.
Unlocking gear.
Hey, 4.78 on the trim. Okay, which is also checked and set. Engine number 2 now, which is coming in. Starter cutout is back.
Bypass bar mode.
Okay, flaps 5.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Okay, which is checked. So, switch over the jam buses 1 and 2. Pro Peats can go on, packs can go back to auto, isolation valve can go to auto, engine bleeds, APU bleed can go off with the APU, engine start switches are continuous, cabin has been advised, and we are now ready to go. Back to Gen 1, which is clear, positive. Auto throttle can be armed as we get ready now to clear off down to runway 03. So we're going to enter onto a left onto Romeo and then follow it down to Alpha. So release the parking brake. Full taxi check. There's auto brake RTO, which is checked. Packs are on, bleeds are on. Engine start switch continuous, cabin has been advised, flaps 5 which is set, trim 4.78 which is set and checked, and auto brake is RTO. So we're going to pass off now. And once we get down onto the taxiway, should be nice for us to clear off. So we'll try to get a fast taxi out. Take a left now. Put it down to 03. And it'll be all set and ready to leave. Go all the way down to Alpha. Cabin crew take your seats for departure. So we're going to line up off of Alpha onto runway 03 and then power out. We've got 9,524 feet of runway, 2,903 meters. Once we depart out, we are then going to swing around. Okay. So we'll just make this left-hand turn onto the right. Okay, we'll switch over the strobes and get everything all on. Taxi lights, which we didn't have, this is broad daylight. Strobes, which are on and checked. Cabin crew. Okay. So here we are now, down to 03. Aircraft's fully established and ready to go. We're going to break off onto that right hand turn after takeoff, so landing lights which can go on, powering up to 45%. Stabilised, and so we go.
Airspeed alive.
Check. Check, throw hold. 100 neutral to column. Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Okay, up to 400 feet, LNAV can now be engaged along with VNAV. Okay, as we break off now to that right. Just a tiny little bit of wind now. Throttle reduction is going to come in to allow the flight director to come up. We've got V2 plus 20, which is going to be the 168. Okay, so gears up and off, auto brake can be turned off. You see V2 plus 20, which is the white dot on the speed tape. As we ride up now for acceleration height. Lovely views as we come out. Leaving out over Nantes. Lovely. Okay, speed check, flaps 1. Aircraft's going to pitch down just a little bit from the drag of the aircraft anyway. Okay, speed check, flaps up. Okay, runway tunnel flights, taxis, cabin can be released. Okay, after takeoff checklist, gears up, no lights, flaps are off, no lights, auto brake is off, packs are on, bleeds are on as well. As we fly up now for 250. Ease back stick on the pressure for the flight director to hold that 250 right in. So the wind is quite calm now. Introducing CMDA for the autopilot, which is checked in on board. TRA, which is on. QNH over to standard. And we are on our way now to a lovely Nantes for Brussels. Okay, in a few moments, once we get to Valut, we're then going to make a left turn onto the 098. Then from the 098, Valut's going to take it to the 0374 for Ange. Okay, 037, which is in and checked. Pass it through 7,000 feet now, guys, on our way up to flight level 320. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys with the takeoff cinematics now, with some lovely aerial views of the aircraft, and then once we get back I will be in ready for the approach, coming in for the VOR DME in for lovely runway 03, which you guys can see in here, which we've got set. So if we have a quick look, we can unload this flight. Hey, new flight. Okay, which we've got from Nantes. Okay, which we've got coming in, we're going to take the VOR for 07 left, which is going to add to our routing. So once we come in on the arrival for the VOR, we're going to come in on the RVOL. From the RVOL approach, we're basically going to ride it all the way through. There's RVOL, and then we've got Kirky, which is our transition, which is our initial fix. Then from Kirky, we then swing in on a tiny little right hand turn, which takes on to the 079 13.9 DME from the Bravo Uniform Bravo, which is the Brussels VOR, which is the 114.6. We start our descent from 2,000 feet at 8.8 DME, then we ride down a 3-degree glide path, continuous descent flight angle at 660, which is going to be our decision altitude, or 539 for our decision height, so MDA 660. Okay, so that's us all set and checked. So I'll leave you with the landing cinematics, guys, the takeoff cinematics, and I'll see you when we get back into the flight deck for our arrival down into lovely Brussels. So stay tuned, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a minute. guys, welcome back to the flight deck. As we're just within a few nautical miles, 5 nautical miles for our top of descent, which rides just over Somil. As we come in for the arrival, I'll show you down on the data for the aircraft as we ride in. So we're going to be taking the Arval arrival today. So we hit Arval, max 250 knots. We're going to brake onto the 034, which takes us to a Covey, then to Rodri, and then we're going to ride to Kirky, which is our initial approach fix. We're then going to slide on to the Affligum 114.9, which we've got on the right hand side of the first officers, which is then going to lead us on to a slight right hand turn once we come in. So we're going to directly go over the Arari VOR, and then once we reach in onto the 101, which will be 5.7 nautical miles from Kirky to the VOR, we're then going to brake onto our right hand turn, which will lead us to our initial fix, which is 13.9 DME. We'll be at 2,000 feet for the continuous descent flight angle, which is going to take us at 8.8 DME from the Brussels VOR for the 1146. We've got that set in. We can see the throttles idling back now, ready to prepare us for the descent. Going to be coming in on a 3-degree glide path at 6 DME from Brussels. We should be 1160. Got minimum 660 for a decision height of 539. Runway's elevation 121, and the threshold crossing height, which will be 50 feet once we cross over. So we've got the aircraft fully prepared, ready to come in. All we've got to do realistically is just ride in and get the aircraft all set, ready to go. So we're going to go in. We've got 090 at 7 gusting 19 knots. So I'm going to have 140 here, and then we'll plus 10, which will be set. That's fine for us as we go for penalty. So we start the descent now. Put 2,000 in with the crosswind as well, just coming in over the side, 29 knots at 045. We'll leave it at 040 as we're still crossing inbound. Then we're going to come for the 043 for penalty. So 043, which is going to be checked, going to be auto brake number 3 on the arrival down on the airport. Going to try and come off of Bravo 5 as we leave him for 07 left. 07 left is going to give us our 079 on the approach, and then once we come in we'll take auto brake number 3. That should be enough for us to come off of Bravo 5 and then lead us all down into the north. So we'll come out, go on to out of 5, taxi in, and come down into the south. So for the approach checklist, packs are on, bleeds are also on, which are checked, and then start switch to continuous as we now make the descent. 320 and 100 for the 121. Usually when you see the arm sign, it means the throttles are disconnected from the servo, so you are actually able to maneuver the throttles if need be. So we'll let the speed brakes up now as we're going to slow down to 220. Under 10,000 feet, landing lights which can go on. Cancel pass through 4008, and we open flaps 5 as well, which is going to give us that extra boost down. 13.8 DME from the Brussels VOR as we make this left hand turn to intercept. Down for 2,000 feet. Get the VS in. Okay, QNH is over now, 1023. By the time we get down to 8.8 DME, we need the aircraft to be down to 2,000. So we're just going to get the vertical deviation back. Under 200, we can get flaps 10 in, or 210 I think. So what we'll do is flaps 10, get speed brakes back in, 2005, 3 nautical miles to go. So we can see that we're offset for the runway. It's 2,000 feet. There's a vertical deviation. The VNAV can go back in now. VNAV speed, path should reignite itself just before we come down. So 2,000. Or 6. And there's VNAV path in now. That's 15, gear down. Okay, so it's going to go into VNAV speed. We need the aircraft fully configured. Okay, flaps 30. Okay, so we'll set down on the descent path. 900 feet. Let's go to minimums and we'll cross check over. 150 on the speed. And flaps 40. So because the vertical deviation was over, that's why the aircraft wouldn't go into VNAV path, because the vertical deviation was just too much. If it's under around 400 feet, the VNAV speed will kick back in and you'll lose VNAV path. You need the vertical deviation to come right back. Now at 6 nautical miles we need to be at 1100. So land shed is gear down, 3 green, flaps 40, green light, auto brake set, packs auto, bleeds are on, cabin has been advised and we are ready to land. So all the throttles and autopilot can be turned off now. I'm going to power back so we can come down the descent. This is going to be a bit of a steep one. Checked. Okay, 2 red, 2 white.
500 minimums.
Continue. Speed brakes are up. Yeah, reversers are active. Full pressure on the column. At 60 knots. This is going to be stowed. Manual braking. And welcome to Brussels Airport, guys. Okay, Bravo 5, which is right here, which we're going to come off, which we plan to come off for. As you see, it was a little bit rocky on the touchdown. So here's Bravo 5, which we're now going to veer off. Okay, slow the aircraft down. So not bad for around 4 months off. Okay, so speed brakes. Flaps can all be fully retracted. As we get ready, landing lights, runway turn off lights can stay off, engine start switches can go off, we get the APU started in just a moment, and we get the strobe turned back to steady, which is checked. So we'll come straight through, switch over everything now, flight directors can both go off, which are checked, auto throttle which is off, and welcome to Brussels, guys. As I now take a right hand turn, go over to stand. I'm going to leave you with the landing cinematics now, guys. Thanks for joining me this evening. Hope you guys enjoyed the aerial views of the arrival and the departure when we took off. And I'll see you for the next flight on the channel. Leave your comments down below what flight you'd like to see next on the channel. And I'll see you for the next flight here on the channel. So stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.